Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning,
Good
sir.
morning. Good morning. Welcome back. How's your weekend, guys? What's special from your weekend? Miss Juhai, did you go out with your lovely hubby?
Yes, sir, with Nabila and Anasia.
Oh, you had a meetup. That's wonderful. Where did you meet up?
Miss Juhai go out with me instead, sir.
Oh, really? That's nice. Where did you guys go? And why did you not invite Fauzan? and Rizkia and everybody else. Okay, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. I hope you practice your English during your hangout, your meetup. And what about the others? What about Raden, Fauzan, Anasha, Rizka, Sandy? How was your weekend, guys? All good?
All good, sir.
As
Okay.
usual, sir.
As usual, which is what's the usual, Fauzan?
I'm doing something boring.
Something boring is the usual. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Why didn't you practice IELTS during the weekend? That's not boring for sure. It's exciting and challenging, okay, and useful. Okay, okay, that's nice. That's nice. And I hope whatever you did, it refreshed you, yeah, to go back to the IELTS, you know, IELTS journey. Okay, so today we are going to continue with the next simulation. And this simulation today will be with the reading section. With the reading section. Okay. And please try to do it yourself. Don't use any website, any tools like ChatGPT or DeepSeek or whatever the AI. And no cheating. Okay, try to do it yourself because remember, the goal is you want to see if how much your IELTS uh, what is it skill now. Yeah, so just do it yourself. And today, before we do the reading simulation test, which is only with one reading, we are going to review the key strategies. So write down in the chat box, what are the key strategies for IELTS reading question? Write down in the chat box the most important key strategies for you for the reading section of IELTS. Write down in the chat box. Okay, Miss Sandy goes with scanning and scamming. Very good. Miss Sandy, what's the difference between scanning and skimming? Not scamming, by the way, Miss Sandy.
Yeah, wrong,
It's
Mister. Wrong.
skimming, yeah.
Yeah,
Scamming
yeah,
is totally different word. Scamming means menipu.
yeah.
Okay, okay. Can you explain just briefly what's scanning and what's skimming?
Canning is we read fast, just
Okay.
and scamming read point of passage like that, Mister.
Okay, nice, nice definition, but uh the I think the best way to explain it is first one is skimming. Skimming is to read fast to get the general point. Yeah. To get the general point or idea. You just want to know what is it about, right? And when you skim, you ignore difficult words. What is ignore, guys? What is ignore? Yes, very good. So you mengabaikan difficult words. So if you don't know the meaning of a word, you just ignore it. You continue reading to get the big ideas. Okay, to answer what is it about? Scanning, on the other hand, is you read fast to locate a keyword. Okay, so you want to find a keyword, one specific or two specific or three specific words. So you're looking for a word. So that's the difference. Very good, Miss Sandy. Thank you. What about the others? What is the best, the most important key strategy for IELTS reading, in your opinion? Come on. Share in the chat box. I want to see what you think is the best, the most important reading strategy for IELTS.
To enrich our vocabularies.
Yes, absolutely. Academic, and not only any vocabulary, yeah, Miss Nabila, but academic vocabulary. Because remember, IELTS reading is always about academic texts. You will not get magazine text or social media text in IELTS test. No, it's always about something academic, something scientific, yeah, something from university books. So you need, and those books, those texts, they all use academic vocabulary. So you must improve your academic vocabulary. How do you do that, Miss Nabila? How do you improve your academic vocabulary?
Actually, I want to learn from English classic books, sir, but I haven't started yet.
Okay, classic books like what? Like Shakespeare,
Yes, and maybe Pride and Prejudice.
Pride and Prejudice. If you ask my opinion, I think it's not gonna be very helpful because they have a different style, Miss Nabila. Classic books, they use prose English, yeah, academic, not academic vocabulary, but prose academic. Prose means like novels, drama. They are more poetic. Okay, poetic vocabulary. So it's different from academic vocabulary. Now, my suggestion, if you want to improve your academic vocabulary, I have two suggestions. Number one, you master the academic word list. Okay. Have you heard or seen the academic word list? Not yet?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, let me show it to you. Okay. Wait, where is the browser? So academic word list is a list of words that some ahli bahasa linguist has compiled. Okay. So you can Google it, academic word list by Avril. So you can Google this academic word list by Avril Coxhead, and then you will find it. Hold on. Where is the PDF? This one, there's a PDF here. These are the most frequently appearing words in academic texts based on research. So first, you must master this. You must know all of the words in this list. Okay, because they are the most frequent. If you want to do it in a fun way, you can use Quizlet. Do you know Quizlet? Quizlet is a website. There is also application for this to practice vocabulary. So you can download the application and install the application on your smartphone. And then on Quizlet, look for academic word list. By April. Okay. And then you will find it there, academic word list. There are many word lists here. So there are, as you can see, there are eight lists, yeah. And here on Quizlet, there are also 8. So you can practice using Quizlet like this. Oh, this is for Russian students. There are for Indonesian, Indonesian and English translations. I mean, the definitions. I can also download this and share it in the group. So wait. So this is my first recommendation, guys. Master the academic words from this list. And then my second recommendation is listen or read or watch academic talks. Academic talks. For example, there is TED Talk. Do you know TED Talk? Yes. TED Talk is good because they use academic words. You can also find many podcasts on Spotify, for example, that that is academic. And of course, read academic textbooks, but it's boring. It's not very interesting. So TED Talk usually more interesting because the topics are also interesting there. Okay, very good, Ms. Nabila. Thank you. What about the others? What's the most important strategy for the IELTS reading, do you think?
Paraphrasing.
Paraphrasing, yes, Ms. Rizka, that's it. That's the biggest, one of the biggest challenges, yeah. You need to practice paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing again, Ms. Rizka?
Paraphrasing is when you repeat something using different words, often in a simpler and shorter form that makes the original meaning clearer.
That's right, using different words to explain the same idea, yeah. So paraphrase is very important because the answers will always use paraphrases. You will not find the same exact words from the text and in the answers. They always use paraphrase. They always use different words. Okay, very good. Thank you, Ms. Rizka. What about the others? What is other key strategy that you think is the most important? Okay, maybe you have you agree with your friends who shared, but I will add one more very important strategy for reading, guys. It's choosing the best keywords. Choosing the best keywords to scan or to look for in the text or passage. Choosing the best keywords is very important. Reading is difficult because the text is long, right? There are so many, so many words, so many texts. and your time is limited. Do you remember how much time you have for the reading? How much time is the reading section of IELTS, guys?
Hours.
1 hour. Very good.
1 hour.
60 minutes. How many questions?
40.
40 questions. So let's do the math. How much time do we have to answer one question? 60 divided by 40. What's that?
2 minutes, sir.
2 minutes? I don't think so. I think it's closer to 1.5 minutes. Okay. 1.5 minutes for one question. And that is a very short time. So if you don't know how to answer fast, you will not have enough time to answer all questions. That's why choosing the best keywords will be very important, because if you can take the best keywords, you can find the information quickly through scanning. Yeah. So if you remember what Miss Sandy said about scanning, looking for the keyword in the text. So, but if your keyword is wrong or bad, you will not find the information quickly. So choose the best keywords to scan for in the text. And the way to choose the best keyword is by understanding the question well. Okay. So understand the question well and pick words or choose words that are the point of the question. So I think this is also important, a very important strategy. Okay. All right. Any other anything you want to ask about the strategies before we start the simulation, guys? Or do you want to add anything? Go ahead. Okay. Looks like everybody is ready for the yeah, Raden, that's right. Eliminate the wrong answers. For multiple choice questions, the ABC, and other multiple choice questions, eliminate incorrect answers. Yeah. So scratch the wrong answers on the paper when you are doing it, so you can focus on the right answers, and the wrong ones don't distract you. Yeah, very good. Thank you, Raden. Okay, so I think we can start now. We are going to do the reading simulation, and we are going to do only one passage, only one text. And from one text, there are 13 questions. So you will have only 20 minutes to do this. Okay, I will set the timer later to 20 minutes. And I will share the material in the group as usual. So please open our WhatsApp group and download the wait a minute, why is it not opening? Download the material. The material is in the group. Download the material. Be ready to have it open. And be ready to answer on the Google form. Wait, I will share the link to the Google form. So you can just answer directly to the Google form if you want. Because I will not give you extra time to move your answer, okay? To transfer your answer. Only 20 minutes for all of the things you need to do for this simulation. Okay, now, as usual, type R in the chat box when you're ready before we start. So I know you are ready. Type R in the chat box if you are ready. Okay, Rizka is ready. Rizkia is also ready. So is Miss Juhai, Zaini, Raden, Zain. Okay, let's wait for Miss Sandy. Okay, Miss Sandy just confirmed. Nabila, okay, good. Anasha, what about you, Anasha?
Yes, sir, ready.
Okay, Anasha is ready, and Anchai ready. Very good, Anchai. And I think that's everybody. Good luck. Don't forget to use the strategy, and I'll see you back in 20 minutes. Don't forget to transfer your answer directly to the Google form and click submit before the time is out. Okay? Good luck. You can start now. 30 seconds left, guys. Okay, time's up. Time's up. Don't forget to write your answers on a piece of paper so you don't forget them, and then transfer it to the Google form. So far there are 6 responses, as you can see on the screen. I will wait until everybody has submitted. There are 10 of you, so we are still waiting for other 4 responses. Don't forget to write your answers on a piece of paper, yeah, so you don't forget them. Then submit your response on the Google form. We are still waiting for 4 more responses. Okay, 3 more responses before we discuss the answers and I close the submission. Two more responses. And remember, guys, in the real test, when the time is up, don't leave any blank answers, okay? Just guess and submit your tests because there is no penalty. There is no minus score for blank answers. So it's always better to just guess. Okay, 2 more responses. Hurry up, guys. We're waiting for you. Please submit. Let me close this first. I need to turn off the what you call it, the extension. Yeah. Wait. Let's close the extension so it doesn't bother our discussion later. Okie dokie. Okay, let's check who hasn't submitted. So the Riskia has submitted. Zaini has. Anasia has. Juhai has. Sandy has. Nabila has as well. Anchai, Rizka, and Raden. So I think Nabila. Have you submitted yours, Nabila?
Yes, I have, sir.
Oh, you have. Okay. Who hasn't? Oh, okay. Everybody has submitted. Good job. Thank you, guys. Well done. Well done. Now I will close the submission. Okay. Very good. Very good. So what do you think? How was that? 1 to 10. 1 very easy, 10 very difficult. What do you think, Raden?
7, sir.
Huh? A 10?
4, sir.
Okay. Your audio is not very clear, Raden. So
I don't know, sir.
I cannot hear you well, but it's okay. What about Miss Juhai? What's the score for that test? 1 to 10. 10?
Maybe 10, sir,
Very difficult, really? Okay, don't worry. We
because
will.
I'm not focused, sir.
Oh, you're not focused. Well, that's also important strategy, guys. Make sure you're focused during the test, okay? Because if you lose your focus, you will lose your time. Miss Sandy, 1 to 10.
100, Mister.
100. So 10 times, very hard. Yeah, okay. All right. Anybody thinks it's less than 10? Okay. I understand, guys. I understand. Okay. Zan, don't worry. We will discuss the answers so you can get the hindsight. Yeah, I hope you still remember hindsight. So remember, the aim of this simulation is not only to see your IELTS score now, but also to learn from the experience, okay? And also to review the strategies. So let's start with number 1. Number 1 question is the list of headings questions. Yeah, matching headings. Matching headings. Now, what's the strategy for this question type, guys? Do you remember? What's the strategy for matching headings?
Skinning and skimming.
Scanning and skimming, very good. Yes, that's important. But how do you do it to save time? Do you jump from paragraph G, or do you focus on the list of headings first, looking for this in the text, or do you focus on the paragraph one by one?
I read.
Focus into paragraph one by
Yes.
one.
Yes, that's right, Miss Sandy. So, guys, when you get this question type, to save time, focus on the paragraph one by one. Don't focus on the headings, looking for I, for example, here you look for the search for reasons, blah, blah, blah. No, because remember there are more headings than paragraphs. So if you get a heading that's not in the paragraph, it will take time to find them. You need to check all right? So focus on the paragraphs first. So let's start with paragraph one, guys. I want to invite one of you to read it for us because it's very short. Paragraph one is very short. So maybe let's see. I'll start from the bottom. Riska, can you help with paragraph A, please? Read it out loud for us. And everybody try to understand, okay? Go.
Okay. Alan McFarlane, professor of anthropological science at King's College, Cambridge, has, like other historians, spent decades wrestling with the enigma of the industrial.
Okay, pause. Pause, Riska. Now, guys, this is an example of a difficult word, yeah? Enigma. Now, the strategy, if you don't know the meaning of a word, you can try to guess the meaning from the sentence. So look at the sentence. Spent decades wrestling with the enigma of the Industrial Revolution. Menghabiskan berabad-abad wrestling, bergulat with the enigma, dengan enigma of the Industrial Revolution. So what do you think is enigma? Bergulat dengan enigma. Industrial Revolution. Can you guess the meaning of this word? Menghabiskan berabad-abad bergulat dengan enigma. Revolusi industri. So something you wrestle with. And this is a scientist, ya, ilmuwan. So what does a scientist wrestle with usually? Ilmuwan bergulat dengan apa biasanya? Mhm. With a miss? Yes, Rizka? With a mystery, right? Yeah, so we can guess, kita bisa tebak that enigma means mystery. So that's how you guess words that you don't know the meaning of from a text. You try to, guess it from the sentence and use your logic. Gunakan logika to guess. Okay, continue, Rizka.
Why did this particular Big Bang, the world-changing birth of industry, happen in Britain, and why did it strike at the end of the 18th century?
Okay, now focus on that last sentence, guys. Why did this particular Big Bang happen in Britain? Why the Industrial Revolution? Kenapa revolusi industri bisa terjadi di Inggris? And why did it strike at the end of the 18th century? Dan mengapa terjadinya di akhir abad ke-18? So, what is that? Britain is a place, and the end of 18th century is a time. So, the best heading for this is look for place and time. Which one is place and time?
Four, sir.
The
Four.
time and place of the Industrial Revolution.
It's which one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Four.
It's 4, right?
The fourth.
Four.
And place of the Industrial Revolution. The answer is 4. Who got it right? Oh, Saini, really Saini. Good job. Well done, well done. So you see, guys, that's how you do it. Okay, so you start from the paragraph, the first paragraph, and then you try to look for the one that is in line. And remember, heading is like title, yeah? Heading is like mini title. So imagine the paragraph like a movie. What is the best title for this movie? All right. And you can identify, you can decide, bisa ditentukan melalui the general information from the paragraph. Informasi general dari paragrafnya, all right? And here you can see the general, the key, the point is about the question why in Britain and why at the end of 18th century. So why the place and why the time. Okay. All right. Let's move on to paragraph B. Paragraph B, it's too long, so we're just gonna skim it together. So let's just skim. And remember, when you skim, you read fast and you ignore difficult words. Don't stop when you find words you don't know. I will demonstrate it. Okay, I will show you how to skim. And remember, you are looking for a title. So when you read the paragraph, imagine you're watching a movie. The paragraph is the movie, and you want to give a good title for the movie. So let's skim together. McFarlane compares the puzzle to a combination log. There are about 20 different factors, and all of them need to be present before the revolution can happen, he says. For industry to take off, there needs to be technology and power to drive factories, large urban power to provide cheap labor. So here, McFarlane talks about the combination for industrial revolution. Ya, McFarlane mengutarakan teorinya ada kombinasi tertentu untuk revolusi industri bisa terjadi. So there are the technology, power, population, easy transport. Okay. Well, this was the case for England. Other nations such as Japan, Netherlands met some of it, but were not industrialized. So, England could get revolution, the industrial revolution, but not other countries. Uniknya, hanya Inggris yang bisa terjadi dibandingkan negara lain. All these factors must have been necessary but not sufficient to cause the revolution. Semua ini, negara-negara ini memiliki sesuatu yang Inggris tidak miliki, yang Inggris miliki tapi mereka tidak miliki. After all, Holland had everything except coal, while China also had many of these. Also convinced there are two missing. Most historians convinced there are one or two missing factors that you need to open the log. Kebanyakan ahli sejarah yakin bahwa ada faktor-faktor yang hilang di negara-negara lain selain Inggris untuk dapat mengakibatkan revolusi industri. So what's a good title for this, guys? It's about the factors for industrial revolution, what country needs to get the revolution. Let's see, what's a good title for that? The search for the reasons for an increased population? No, there is no population there.
No.
Industrialization and fear of unemployment, ketidakadaan lapangan kerja? No. The movie doesn't mention anything about that. The development of cities in Japan? No. Fokusnya bukan ke Jepang, tapi ke semua negara-negara. The cases of Holland, France, and China? No. There is also England mentioned. Changes in drinking habits, perubahan di kebiasaan minumnya? Nope, it's not the focus of the story in paragraph B. The keys to Britain's industrial revolution? Nope, because two keys, yeah, because there are many factors mentioned in the paragraph. Banyak faktor-faktor yang disebutkan di paragraf tadi, bukan hanya dua. Conditions required for industrialization, kondisi-kondisi atau faktor-faktor yang dibutuhkan untuk industrialisasi. Okay, that matches the story, right?
Yes.
But let's continue with the last one to be sure. Comparisons with Japan lead to the answer. Perbandingan dengan Jepang? Nope. Bukan hanya Jepang yang disebut. The paragraph also mentioned China, Holland, right? So not the last one. The answer is
8.
7.
Oh,
8.
7.
8. 8. 8. 8. 8. 8. The answer is 8, guys. That's the best title for the paragraph. Okay? All right. Now, I'm going to invite trade war, Radin. Are you talking about the situation now with Donald Trump? Okay, now I'm going to invite one of you to do the same Skim paragraph C and tell me what the story is about. Okay? Skim paragraph C dan ceritakan cerita secara besarnya mengenai apa. Okay? Let's invite Miss Sandy. Miss Sandy, go. Skim first and then tell us what's the story about. Miss Sandy, are you there?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, go ahead. Read fast out loud and then tell us the story.
The missing factor he processed we found almost every kitchen cupboard, tea and beer, two of the nation favorites include the revolution. The antiseptic properties of tannin, active ingredient 80, and hopes the beer plus fact or mid. Oh. Check, Mister.
Okay, so what is the story about? What is the paragraph about?
Theory about found. No.
It's about
Tea.
the two drinks that
Yes,
makes the Britain able to get industrial revolution, right?
right.
So which one is the best title?
Change in drinking habit in Britain.
Changes in drinking habits in Britain. Are you sure?
Two case to Britain industrial revolution.
Do you see any changes here? I don't see
Yes.
any changes, right? So be careful. Uh, I'm sure some of you choose six because of drinking, right? And tea and beer are something you drink. So you might be thinking, oh, drinking. No, the focus is changes. Yeah. Here, it focuses on the two important drinks that fueled the revolution, means mendorong revolusi. Yeah. So the answer is
7.
7. Two keys to Britain's industrial revolution. Okay, so far, how many correct answers did you get? 0?
One.
Okay. All right, let's continue with paragraph D. And remember, when you do the test, guys, after you answer, after you choose the answers, you scratch, yeah? Scratch the answer so it doesn't distract you. You can focus on the one that is still not chosen. So that's how you do it. All right, let's continue with paragraph D. Miss Sandy, choose the next one to skim paragraph D.
Fauzan.
Okay, Fausan, go. Skim it and tell us what the story is about.
McFarlane had wondered for a long time how the Industrial Revolution came about. History had to be directed. Can you scroll on the top, sir?
Only paragraph D, Fausan.
D, yeah.
Yeah, just focus on paragraph D. What's the best title for the story here?
The story had for a long time how the Industrial Revolution came about. Historian had blah 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 until was static. So the answer for me maybe
Hmm?
changes in drinking
Changes in
habit.
drinking habits. Okay, let's see. Which part? in the paragraph say there is a change in drinking habit. Perubahan di kebiasaan minum diberitain. I don't see
No.
any changes mentioned here. Oh, only one. And it's not in the drinking habit, Fauzan. It's in the virus and bacteria, right? And then here there is a change, but in environmental condition, not in
Oh,
habit.
the search for the reason for an increase in population, sir.
Okay, let's check. McFarlane had wondered for a long how did it came about. The population in Britain was static. Oh yeah, so there is population here. So here it says the population 1650 to 1740 static. Static means the same, not changing. But then there was a burst in population growth. Burst means ledakan, yeah, di populasi. And here, the people suggested four possible causes. Orang-orang mensuggest what is it? What's the word for this in bahasa? Menebak empat penyebab yang mungkin. So the causes of population burst, meledaknya populasi, and the efforts to explain the sudden reduction in child appear to draw a blank. So here also to explain the reduction in child deaths, kurangnya kematian anak bayi, anak kecil, menjadi misteri. So it's all about population and the reason why people are looking for it. The answer is indeed one, son. Good job.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the search for the reasons for an increase in population here. The focus is in the middle. All right, Zan, choose the next one to go with paragraph E, please. Who do you choose?
Anasya.
Anasia, please scheme and tell us the best title for this paragraph.
Yes, sir. This population burst seems to happen at just at the right time to provide a bulk for the industrial revolution when you start moving towards an industrial revolution. Oh, sir, I find the best title.
What is the best title for that?
Maybe McRaffle this. Wait, sir. McRaffle this. How to pronounce this?
McFarlane
McClellan
deduced
deduced that whatever the British were drinking must have been important in regulating the
disease.
disease. He says we drank beer for a long time. The English were protected by the strong antibacterial agent in hops, which were added to help burst the beer. But in the late 17th century, attacks was introduced
on malt.
On malt, the basic ingredient of the beer. The pour turned to water and gin, and in the 1720s, the mortality rate began to rise again.
So the story is about
change in drinking habits in Britain.
Good job. Changes in drinking habits in Britain. So the paragraph talks about how people change from drinking beer to drinking water and gin, yeah, because there is a tax karena ada pajak untuk bir, and this caused the mortality rate began to rise, dan ini menyebabkan angka kematian naik. So beer has antibacterial agent, yeah. Bir memiliki antibakteri, yeah, for health. So that's why these changes of drinking habits makes change in mortality rate. And the story is all about the changes in drinking habits in Britain. Thank you, Anasia. Good job. Choose the next friend for paragraph F.
I think Nabila, sir.
Okay, Nabila, go.
Okay, sir. So for paragraph F, McFarlane looked to Japan, which was also developing large cities about the same time and also had no sanitation. Jadi McFarlane melihat ke Jepang yang juga sedang membangun kota-kota besar di waktu yang sama yang juga tidak memiliki sanitasi, sir. Waterborne diseases had much looser grip on the Japanese population than those in Britain. Could it be the prevalence of tea in their culture? Apakah ini karena budaya mereka di dalam minum teh? McFarlane denoted that the history of tea in Britain provided an extraordinary coincidence of dates. Tea was relatively expensive until Britain started by the 1750s, about the time that infant mortality was dipping, the drink was common. McFarlane guessed that the fact that water had to be boiled. McFarlane menebak bahwa airnya harus direbus bersamaan dengan purifying properties of tea mean that the braised milk provided by mothers was healthier than it had ever been, yang mana ASI yang disediakan oleh ibu-ibu
Sehat.
lebih sehat dari sebelumnya. No other European nation sip tea like the British. Tidak ada negara-negara di Eropa meminum teh seperti orang-orang Britain, yang mana by McFarlane logic, push these other countries out of contention for the revolution. So I think the best answer for F is, wait, sir, can I know the number?
There on the screen.
It's number, so the best answer for number 6 is 9, sir.
Yeah, comparisons with Japan. Yeah. So you can see in the paragraph, the author, penulis, compare Japan to England, yeah, to Britain. In Japan and Britain, they drink tea. And the tea help the population to grow, yeah, so that they can get enough population for industrial revolution. So it's comparisons with Japan. Give the answer. And the last one, choose the next friend, Nabila.
Okay, sir, maybe the next one is Mr. Anjay, sir.
Anjay, go. It's a short one.
Okay, sir. But if he is a factor in the combination mark, why didn't Japan forge ahead in the case of industrial revolution of its own? McFarlane notes that even though 17th century Japan had large cities, high literacy rates, even the future market, it had turned it back on the essence of any work-based revolution by giving up labor-saving device such as animal, afraid that they would put people out of work. So the nation now think of as one of the most technologically advanced entered that 19th century, having abandoned the well.
Okay, let's now go back to the question. So what do you think? Only 3 answers left. Anjay, only 2, 3, and 5.
I can see that.
I think not 5, yeah, because Holland and France are not mentioned there.
Afraid that they would put people out of work. So number 2 is the industrialization
And the fear of unemployment. So the story here is why Japan not so successful like the Britain, although Japan has, the technology and everything, is because Japan was afraid of unemployment, so they didn't use the animals and the technology to help people work, you know. That's why Japan didn't get industrial revolution like the Britain at that time. So, what do you think? How many correct answers did you get? Oh, incorrect. Oh, Miss Sandy.
Just 4, sir.
Or not bad, not bad. More than 50%. Okay, Raden. Good. So, but you see how we answer it, guys? The strategy, that's how you do it, okay? You go with the paragraph one by one in order, and then you try to look for the title of the story in the paragraph. And pay attention to paraphrases, yeah. Paraphrases will help you. Like this, unemployment, people out of work, right? Different words, but same meaning. Okay, so that's how you answer this question type. Now let's go to the next question type. True, false, not given. Oh, many people say this is the most difficult question type in reading. But let's see. Let's see. Maybe it's easy for you. And how do you answer this question type? What's the first step to do, guys? The first step to do.
Find the keyword.
Very good. Raden. So
But
number
I'm
one,
guessing all of them, sir.
what is it, Raden?
I'm not apa ya, I'm guess all of them, sir. I'm
Okay. Well, that means you need to practice the strategy more, yeah? So first choose the keyword, and sometimes the keyword is more than one, so can be keywords. So let's do that. Number 8, what's the keyword, guys, for number 8? The keyword is China's transport, right? And you can also use 18th century to help you. So now look for China's transport, 18th century. Let's scan. Let's scan. Look for China's transport. China's transport. China's transport. Only Japan here. China. Transport. Nope,
Not
there is no
given.
transport. Okay, Zaini, thank you for saving our time. There is no transport in the text, guys. It's not given. Okay? So that's how you do it. Now, let's go with number 9. What's the keyword? What's the keyword, guys?
To prevent dysentery, tea and beer.
Tea and beer, very good. Tea and beer. And what's the other combination of the keywords?
Prevent dysentery.
Dysentery in
Yes.
Britain. Let's look for tea and beer and dysentery. Where do you find tea and beer? There. Paragraph
Yes,
C. There
C.
is
That's true, sir. Because
tea and beer. Wait, let's look for dysentery. Dysentery there. Let's check the information. Is it true that tea and beer prevents, mencegah dysentery, allowed urban to flow without succumbing to water diseases, tanpa menyerah ke penyakit-penyakit yang ada di air seperti dysentery. So the information is
true.
True, that's right. It's in that part. Next one, number 10. What's the keywords?
Roy Porter
Roy
disagrees.
Porter disagree with McFarlane's findings. Let's find Roy Porter. Where do you find it? Roy
Paragraph C.
Porter. Okay, it's also in paragraph C. And you see there, guys, the answer to number 3 is after the answer to number 2. Okay? So don't try to look for the information in order, berurutan lokasi informasi.
This is Roy Porter.
Now,
yes.
let's analyze it. Does it say reporter disagree with McFarlane? Reporter disagrees with favorable appraisal of McFarlane's research. What is the meaning of favorable appraisal?
Giving positive, sir, or appreciate.
Very good. Positive feedback or comment. Yeah. So if you give positive comment, do you agree or disagree?
Agree, sir, agree.
Agree. So number 10 is
False.
false. Good job. Number 11, keyword. Very easy. 1740. And then reduction in
Population.
in Britain. Let's find 1740. Where do you find it?
Paragraph D.
In paragraph D. Very good. There it is. And the sentence says there is a reduction, kekurangan populasi after 1740. Let's check.
No.
Is
no,
there
no.
reduction? The population in Britain was static, but then setelah itu there was a burst in population, ledakan
Meningkat.
populasi.
Meledak
So
populasi.
instead of
That's
reducing, it's
yes.
increasing. The information is
False.
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 That's right. Number 12, keyword. People in Britain
Beer
used to
at
make
home.
beer at
Big
home.
at home.
Orang di Britain dulunya membuat bir di rumah. So let's the keyword would be beer at home. Make beer at home. Where do you find this information? Let's look after the answer before. The answer before was here. So let's scan here. Make beer at home. Make beer at home.
Not
Beer at
given.
home.
Not given, sir. There is
Not
no
given. Very good.
information for make beer at home.
No information if they made their beer at home. So the answer is
Yes.
not given for that one.
Gaduk, yeah, we are making at home.
Number 13, the keyword. Tax on malt, cows arise in death rate. Pajak malt, I don't know what the meaning of malt, but remember, it's not important to know all the word meanings. Pajak on malt menyebabkan kenaikan angka kematian. So let's find tax on malt. Where do you find it?
Paragraph E.
Paragraph E, tax on malt. There it is, the tax on malt. Now let's check if it increase death rate, meningkatkan angka kematian. So the basic ingredient, the poor turn to because of the tax, the poor turn to water and gin. Karena pajaknya, orang-orang miskin mengganti minum air dan gin. And the mortality rate began to rise. Dan angka kematian mulai meningkat lagi. So the information is
True.
true.
But I'm false.
There.
True, but not answer. I'm not answer.
You didn't answer it, Zan?
Yes, sir.
Oh
8
my
until 13. I don't know.
Why? You
Because
ran out
Uh,
of time.
nervous. Oh,
nervous. Nervous. Yes.
It's not
Same with me.
it's not saying love to someone you like. You don't need to be nervous, okay?
Cenut.
You just need to manage your time and then look for the answer and answer it. Okay, so let's reflect on this. Kita refleksi. What was the challenge, guys? Write in the chat box. What's the challenge? Okay, Raden needs time more. Okay, Raden, what you need to do, the solution for you is you need to practice your timing management. So, especially with locating the information, Raden. If you can find the location of the information quickly, it will save you a lot of time. So practice more of your scanning and choosing keywords. Okay, Raden?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anchai, too many difficult words. Remember, master the academic vocabulary I shared in the group, and also watch or read academic texts, academic shows. TED Talk will be nice, and use the strategy of guessing words from the sentence. We did it before. Tadi kita latihan menebak makna kata dari kalimat sekitarnya. So practice that more. Same thing with Anasia, academic vocabulary, and And yeah, I know it's hard, guys. If you don't know many of the words, it's impossible to know the information. So work on that. Zan, if you're not focused and nervous, um, what's the solution for that?
Saying Bismillah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. Of course, you need to pray first. Yeah. And in the real test, Fauzan, you will be in a situation where you can focus more. So don't worry. There will not be any distraction. But I think for practice, you can practice in your room and tell the people in your house to not be noisy because you're practicing, okay? Zaini, you get confused when scanning. Remember that the location is usually in order, Zaini. So when you are scanning, look for the words after the answer to the question before. So keep in mind, ingat bahwa urutan lokasi jawabannya itu biasanya berurutan. So don't don't scan before the answers of the previous question. It will help you to not be confused and lost during your scanning. Okay, vocabulary, yeah, Miss Juhai. Yeah, I know. It's the I think that's the biggest challenge. I agree. Nabila, Chan, when I can't remember which paragraph is suitable for each questions. Remember, Nabila, focus on the paragraph one by one. Okay, so start from paragraph A and then B and so on. If paragraph A is too hard, you can skip it, go to paragraph B and but focus on paragraph B only. Don't second guess yourself, guys. Jangan berubah-berubah pikiran. After you answer one question, it's okay, just stick to that. Okay? Usually when you second guess yourself or your answers, it will lead to wrong answers. Biasanya begitu. Orang setelah merubah jawabannya itu biasanya jawabannya menjadi salah. Jawaban awalnya yang benar. So be careful with that. Rizka, vocabulary as well. Yes, that's right. But remember, Rizka, you don't need to know all the meanings of the words. Kita tidak perlu tahu semua arti katanya. As long as you know 80%. Okay, setidaknya 80% kita tahu, it will help us to answer the questions, to get the information. And don't forget to guess the meaning of the words from the sentence. All right? Okay. Anything else, guys? A grandfather's time. What do you mean? Drinking of water. Imagine Zani's face. Okay, that's for Zan only. Yeah. Okay. So that's it, guys. Vocabulary is the biggest challenge. I know. So keep on improving your vocabulary. Start from the academic word list I shared in the group. Watch academic talks like TED Talks. Listen to podcasts, academic podcasts. And try to memorize words every day. So look for academic words from the internet and target yourself. Today, I will master maybe 10 or 15 to keep improving your vocabulary. All right, so that's it, guys, for today. Now listen to your name. I will check your attendance. Tomorrow we will go with another reading. So tomorrow will be the second paragraph, the second text, second passage, also 13 questions. So I hope what you practice today can help you to be better tomorrow. Okay, listen to your name now. Okay, Rizka,
Presence.
Sandi Puspita,
Present.
Ansharullah, Sophia is on her journey back to Banjarmasin. She will have to take a makeup test later. Nabila Haura,
Hello, sir. I'm here.
Juhairia,
Yes, sir.
Raden Kaisti, Zaini,
Present, sir.
Rizkia Ardana. Okay, I
Present,
saw.
sir.
Okay, Rizkia. Ana Ahmad Fuadi. Oh, Ahmad Fuadi didn't give me any information. I'll check him later. Anasia Agustin,
Present, sir.
Wahyu Fauzan.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you guys. See you tomorrow for the second reading simulations test. And yeah, good luck with your practice at home. And I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you,
Waalaikumsalam
sir.
warahmatullahi
Thank you, sir.
wabarakatuh.
Bye.
Deng, deng, deng.